saw the soul of a very, very decent lady. Obviously, she believed in a righteous life and so on, highly educated, and she must be from a very, very illustrious family. And the moment she saw heaven, she was so happy, her face was lit with joy and happiness, and the soul was coming with great expectation. Any moment I will enter heaven. Suddenly I saw some evil powers coming from another side, blocking the way. You belong to us, come with us. Oh, it broke my heart. The Lord was watching, He never interfered. Then I remembered what He said in Mark chapter 8, 36 and 37. What will a man give in exchange for his soul? What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? So this lady, for the sake of the wealth and the fame and the standing in the society, she wanted everything except the Lord who died for her on the cross. Alas, what has she gained? Well, now, coming back to the scene in hell, I was horrified to find, as I said, millions of evil angels. And they have a head for each department.
They are divided into departments?
Department. Well organized. Exactly as your office is organized. Letter department, telephones department, complaints department. Well organized. And there's a department called lying department. So these are lying spirits. When they enter a man, he'll speak only lies. Whether he likes it or not, he'll speak only lies. But he can't help it. Because the devil is, that
the lying
particular evil spirit is there. And then the witchcraft department. So the moment they get an opportunity, they rush. And whatever havoc
they want to create,
they are asked to do, they will gladly do. Now, what is the purpose of this evil spirit? To woo as many people as possible to hell. That is their main purpose. Now, they know their end is doomed. If you read John 16:11, Matthew 25:41, and in so many other places, say Matthew 13, and so many other places, you know that their end is sealed. So they would love to drag as many people as possible to hell, to be with them. So then I saw the sickness department. In the sickness department, there are subdivisions. Each devil can create its own sickness. And the head of the department, his very appearance is abominable. It's an abomination. The head of the devil who is in charge of the sickness department. You don't know where his head is. You feel his head has been cut off and brought from some other body. One hand has come from some other body, another hand from some other body, one leg from some other body, another leg from some other body, and united. It's a sight you can't believe if I tell you. Terrible. One look at him, if you are a weak-minded person, your heart will stop. And millions of demon powers under him. And they all the time go and afflict the people. And they all the time go and torment the people. And they encourage the people to torment. Once there was a woman who was brought to me for prayer. They said she is a believer, a person who is a very active member of a church they believe in, not in pastor, they call themselves elder, and she's one of the elders. And suddenly she began to behave in a very peculiar way. And so they brought her to me. So very innocently, out of love and compassion, I love everybody. So I went and laid my hand. And oh my God, she turned, she became a totally new person. Till then she was very docile, very loving. One look she gave me, I trembled at her look. Fierce look. I cannot describe it. Then the friend who brought her to me is also a believer, a spirit-filled man. And my wife was there, and I was asking that demon to go. The one stare she gave me, I was horrified. And I prayed for her and sent her away because I was in a hurry to go somewhere else. The next day, there was a prayer meeting. I said, you bring that woman there. So I went and laid my hands. Oh, she would roll from this end to the other end and then roll back. And every time she was trying to catch hold of my neck. That was a new experience for me. And she was trying to catch hold of my neck to strangle. But as her hands would come very near me, I'd find another hand coming in between and stop her hand. Her hands could not touch me. But I could not drive the devil away. So that night, when I finished everything, it's my practice. Before I go to bed, around 11 o'clock, I used to pray. Sometimes I pray on till morning 5. So last night I got up and prayed on. So I got up at 2:45 or so, prayed on.
Till the morning?
Till the morning. And then I know my wife will shout at me, so I pretended to sleep, and I really slept off after 5.
Is auntie listening to this cassette?
So that night I prayed, and the Lord Jesus came. He sat by my side. He knew my question. So he looked, and I saw a very beautiful young woman coming to me. She came, knelt before Jesus. She told me her story. I lived in such and such a street, such and such a village. And my husband is a terrible man. And he wanted to marry somebody else. So when I was pregnant, I think 8 months or so, he strangled me to death. And when he was strangling me, I wanted to strangle his neck just to escape. I tried my level best, but sir, he killed me. So I didn't know what to do. And I saw this woman. She was a God-fearing woman, all right, but very arrogant woman. And she cannot control her tongue. So I said, this is the right person. I caught hold of her. And so that's why, sir, it's my habit to strangle them. Necks of others, because I tried my level best to strangle the neck of my husband. And it cried and cried and cried. And the Lord Jesus said, go. Bowed its head and went. That's the end of that story of the 2-month torment. So another friend of mine took me to another house where the man doesn't believe in God or something, but his wife is a good lady and she was having lot of trouble, lot of sickness and so on. So anyway, I went and I prayed. This man was very unhappy that we went to pray for her. And that lady began to speak. She said, sir, I am in this house for 18 years. House means her body.
Okay.
I am in this house for 18 years, sir. Where shall I go? So I looked at this man. He was so arrogant. And I looked at this lady, and the devil was begging me so much. I was moved with compassion for the devil. I said, stay on. Goodbye, Ivan.
You